Welcome back to Longhorn Hip Hop. I'm JD Harris and this is Release Day, your bi-weekly album review. Today I'll be taking a look at the new mixtape, album, social media destroying surprise piece, If You're Reading This Is Too Late, from Canada's crown jewel, Drake. The way that this project came about is as important to me as the songs on it. So, Drake dropped some songs at the end of last year, seeming like his new album's on the way. The name of the album gets released, Drake gets a questionable tattoo, and then things kind of die down. Then, he takes a page out of Beyonce's playbook, and he drops an album out of nowhere with no warning. People call it a mixtape, people call it an album, people call it a classic. Rumors go nuts about Drake releasing the album for sale instead of as a mixtape to get out of his deal with Cash Money, and people start taking the title as a shot at Birdman and Company at Cash Money. Whatever the plan was, it worked. Drake's, whatever you want to call it, sold 495,000 copies on iTunes in 3 days. Let me just stress that one more time. Drake was 99% of the way to having a gold plaque in his newest piece in 3 days. To put that in perspective, If You're Reading This has sold more copies in 3 days than Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron and YG's My Crazy Life both have since their releases in early 2014. Both of those were widely considered for albums of the year. Now, to the music. It's good, to say the least. The album starts out with Legend, which sets the tone. It's kind of indicative of the whole album. There's a little rapping, some singing, some rap singing. There's fantastic production, some catchy phrases that are hard to get out of your head too. You could pick up any song on this album, listen for a few minutes, and find a line that you'll say to yourself over and over for the rest of the day. He's got some songs that are meant to turn up to, including the anthem 10 Bands. Drake knows that putting his name on a song alone will give it a certain amount of jump from the buzz. But he's one of the best artists in the game when it comes to picking tracks that suit him. He's got some songs that are meant to be in the club, but you can tell that he's not reaching to make a song just for the sake of making it a popular record. Drake does Drake after that. He throws in some slower joints, like Now and Forever and Jungle, and sings about the stuff that makes you send a text to your ex out of nowhere. As much as I love him as a musician and wish him the best as a person, I hope Drake doesn't find a happy relationship for at least another couple of albums. He makes the perfect music for our generation to listen to when we get in our feelings, and there isn't really another artist that's doing it on the same scale or anywhere near as effectively as Drake does. Don't get it twisted though, Drake takes a few minutes on a couple songs to get into the bars. Drizzy can still spit, and when he decides to just go in and start at it, he's great. He's always been a good lyricist, and this album's a definite affirmation of that, and a sign that he's grown in that area. He's got a couple songs that are straight hip-hop, with a little bit of storytelling in some spots, along with a one-sided conversation with his mom in You and the Six, and some jabs thrown at a few people like Tyga that he's been rumored to have beef with in the past couple of months. There's a line in the TV show The Wire that I really love. I've always thought it was so dope, and it applies. In one scene, Omar says, "If you come at the king, you best not miss." Drake doesn't miss. He takes some shots at moguls like Diddy and Birdman, and if he came with something that was whack, it would have been really laughable and just kind of stupid. But with a piece like this, you have to respect the man and acknowledge how huge his presence is in the rap game. Overall, the mixtape, album, compilation thing, it's a hit. Not all the songs are my thing, but that's not to say that they were bad. I have a preference in the sound that I enjoy when it comes to Drake, as most everyone does, and he definitely satisfied it for me. As well, when Drake puts his name on the OVO brand on a project, the production was stellar and there are ample hits, which makes it a memorable project. While part of the allure of this thing is that it dropped out of nowhere when Drake's name had been in the news for some other stuff, it's not like it's not a good piece if it wasn't for the hype. I'm giving If You're Reading This Is Too Late a 4 out of 5, and I'm definitely more excited now for Views from the Six, the album that's set to release later this year. If you haven't heard If You're Reading This, check it out. Take some time, listen to the album for yourself, and let me know if I have any idea what I'm talking about. If you liked the review, if you hated it, if there's an album coming up that you think I have to listen to, or you just want to slide into the DMs of a young visionary, hit me up on Twitter at _JDHarris7 and we can talk about it. I mean, I can't really change my review now that it's done, but I appreciate feedback. I guess if you're watching this, it's too late. Thanks for watching. For Longhorn Hip Hop, this is Release Day. I'm JD Harris, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.